Dear friends, it's very hearty and warm welcome once again. Friends, in this lecture we are going to learn the topic sex determination. It means in this lecture we people have to study mechanism of sex determination in human being, birds, butterflies and also in honeybees. So first of all, just try to understand what topic we have to study in this lecture. In this lecture, we have to study about the mechanism of sex determination in human being, birds, butterflies and in honeybees. Basically, the mechanism of sex determination, that is, the sex determination system is a biological system that determines the development of some specialized characters, I will say the sex characters, and the development of sex. It means the mechanism or the system which determine the sex of an individual is known as sex determination system or sex determination mechanism. Initially, in the past, that is, we can say hundreds of years before, different scientists such as Galen, Cheng, Balzer, etc. proposed the different postulates, proposed different concepts about the mechanism of sex determination. But all those concepts, all those postulates were non-scientific and therefore not accepted universally, and today those theories, those postulates has only historical importance. काही वर्षांपूर्वी, आपण म्हणूया शेकडो वर्षांपूर्वी, वेगवेगळ्या शास्त्रज्ञांनी सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन, याचा अर्थ न्यू इंडिव्हिज्युअल हा मेल असावा की फिमेल असावा याच्या संदर्भात वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या संकल्पना मांडल्या होत्या. अर्थात त्या ज्या संकल्पना होत्या या सर्व अशास्त्रीय होत्या, नॉन सायंटिफिक होत्या आणि म्हणून त्यांना ॲक्सेप्ट करण्यात आलं नाही आणि आज फक्त त्यांना ऐतिहासिक महत्त्व आहे. Later on, it was confirmed that the number and nature of chromosomes is the main factor for sex determination. Listen carefully. Later on, it was confirmed that the number and nature of chromosomes in that particular individual is the main factor responsible for sex determination. And the theory proposed by Correns in year 1906 proposed that the number and nature of chromosomes is responsible for the sex determination, and this theory is known as chromosomal theory of sex determination. अर्थात 1906 साली कोरेन्स या शास्त्रज्ञाने एक सिद्धांत मांडला, एक थेरी मांडली आणि त्याच्या म्हणण्यानुसार सजीवामध्ये असणारे गुणसूत्र क्रोमोझोम्स हे कोणते आहेत, कोणत्या प्रकारचे आहेत आणि किती आहेत यावर त्या सजीवाचं सेक्स हे अवलंबून असतं आणि म्हणून त्याने मांडलेल्या थेरीचं नाव आहे क्रोमोझोमल थेरी ऑफ सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन. So we have to study first of all here the chromosomal theory of sex determination, that is the mechanism of sex determination in human being. Chromosomal theory of sex determination. Here we have to study the mechanism of sex determination in human being. Mechanism of sex determination in human being. This theory proposed by Correns is also known as theory of heterogamesis. Now let us talk about this topic. According to chromosomal theory of sex determination, as I told you earlier, the number and nature of chromosome is responsible for the determination of sex. Now, as far as concerned with human being, there are presence of 23 pairs of chromosomes in diploid somatic cells. As far as concerned with human being, there are presence of 23 pairs of chromosome in diploid somatic cells. It means in human being, the diploid number of chromosomes is 23 pairs or 46 chromosomes. And we are aware that out of these 23 pairs of chromosomes, the 22 pairs of chromosomes are known as autosomes. It means the chromosomes which are responsible for the expression, inheritance of somatic characters, that is general body characters. अर्थात ह्यूमन बीइंग मध्ये असणाऱ्या गुणसूत्रांच्या ज्या 23 जोड्या आहेत सोमॅटिक सेल्स मध्ये, त्यापैकी 22 पेअर्स यांना ऑटोझोम्स म्हणतात, कारण हे ऑटोझोम्स किंवा ऑटोझोम्स वर असणारे जीन्स हे व्यक्तीचे सर्वसाधारण शारीरिक गुणधर्म, जनरल बॉडी कॅरेक्टर्स, सोमॅटिक कॅरेक्टर्स नियंत्रित करत असतात एक्सेप्ट सेक्स व्यतिरिक्त. अँड रिमेनिंग वन पेअर ऑफ क्रोमोझोम्स is known as sex chromosome. We have already studied. Sex chromosome means the chromosomes which are responsible to determine the sex of an individual. Now in human being, the sex chromosomes are of two types such as X and Y. In human being, sex chromosomes are of two types such as X and Y. Okay. Now in human male, the chromosomal constitution is represented as 44 plus XY, where 44, that is 22 pairs of chromosomes, represent autosomes and XY represent sex chromosome. It means the chromosomal constitution of human male is 44 plus XY and chromosomal constitution of human female is 44 plus XX. Again, here 44 represents autosome and XX represent the sex chromosomes. Now, according to this chromosomal theory of sex determination, one of the two parents is heterogametic. One of the two parents is heterogametic. It means out of two parents, one parent produces two different types of gametes. या थेरी नुसार दोन पॅरेंट्स पैकी एक पॅरेंट हा हेटेरोगॅमेटिक असतो. याचा अर्थ एक पॅरेंट दोन वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे गॅमेट्स तयार करतो. हेटेरो स्टँड्स फॉर द डिफरंट and other parent is homogametic. It means produces only one type of gametes. आणि दुसरा पॅरेंट हा होमोगॅमेटिक आहे, म्हणजे दुसरा पॅरेंट फक्त एकाच प्रकारचे गॅमेट्स तयार करतो. Now in human being, the chromosomal constitution of male is 44 plus XY and chromosomal constitution of human female is 44 plus XY. Now, during sexual reproduction, the human male produces two types of gametes. We know during gamete formation, during gametogenesis, it occurs the meiosis, and hence the human male produces two types of gametes. 50% of the gametes with 22 autosomes and X as a sex chromosome, and 50% of the gametes with 22 autosomes and Y as a sex chromosome. It means that the human male produces two different types of gametes, that is the human male is heterogametic, while the human female produces all identical ova, all identical female gametes, that is 22 plus X 22 plus X. It means the human female is homogametic in nature. Now, during fertilization, when the male gamete with X as a sex chromosome fertilizes the female gamete, then the resultant zygote is with 44 plus XX. Okay, while when the male gamete with 22 plus Y fertilizes female gamete, resultant zygote contain 44 plus XY. It means that during fertilization there is a chance of formation of equal number of male and female individual. The chance of male individual and female individual are same. Okay, it means that here the sex of newborn baby, you can see here 44 plus XX represent the female and 44 plus XY represent the male. It means we can say that when the male gamete with X as a sex chromosome fertilizes the female gamete, then female baby is conceived, and when the male gamete with Y as sex chromosome fertilizes the female gamete, then male baby is conceived. It means that in human being the sex determination is depend upon the male, or sex determination is depend upon the type of sperm which fertilizes the ovum, which fertilizes the female gamete. So it is clear that the sex determination is depend upon the heterogametic parent. That's all about the mechanism of sex determination in human being. Now let us talk second method of sex determination, that is sex determination in birds and butterflies. Mechanism of sex determination in birds and also butterflies. Just now we have studied the mechanism of sex determination in human being, and that method of sex determination is known as XX XY type of sex determination. XX XY type of sex determination means in human being the method of sex determination is of this type. Here XX represent the sex chromosomes of female and XY represent sex chromosomes of male. Now let us talk mechanism of sex determination in birds. In birds, exactly reverse condition is seen to that of mankind. Just now we have seen in human being the male is heterogametic and female is homogametic. But here in birds the male is homogametic. Male is homogametic. That is, the male individual produces all identical gametes and female individual is heterogametic. It means the female individual produces two different types of gametes, because in birds the sex chromosomes are represented as Z and W. These letters are used to avoid the confusion, Z and W. In birds, the female is heterogametic because in female the sex chromosomes are of two different types and represented as ZW, and male is homogametic because the male has both identical sex chromosome represented as ZZ, and this method of sex determination is known as ZZ type of sex determination. Now let us represent actual mechanism diagrammatically. Consider the male individual and female individual. the sex chromosomes in male individual, in male birds, are represented as ZZ and that of female as ZW. So during gametogenesis, the male produces all identical gametes, that is, all the male gametes are with Z as a sex chromosome, and the female individual produces two different types of gametes, that is, half of the gametes with Z and half of the gametes with W. Now, during fertilization, when the male gamete fertilizes the female gamete with Z as a sex chromosome, the resultant zygote is with ZZ as a sex chromosome, that is, male individual is conceived, while when the male gamete fertilizes the female gamete with W, then the resultant zygote is with ZW and the female individual is conceived. Now here the sex of newborn individual is depend upon the type of female gamete, the type of female gamete which get fertilized by male gamete. Means here the sex determination is not depend upon the male gamete or male individual. Here sex determination is depend upon the female individual. It means again the sex determination is depend upon the heterogametic individual, heterogametic parent. So here we have considered ZW, ZZ type of sex determination in birds and butterflies. And now let us talk about a specialized type of mechanism of sex determination in honeybees. Mechanism of sex determination in honeybees. We know that in honeybees, three different castes are identified, such as queen bee, worker bee and drone. Here the queen bee is fertile female. Fertile female means it can lay eggs. Worker bee is sterile female, means the worker bees are females but they cannot lay the eggs, they cannot take part in sexual reproduction, and the drones are fertile male. You must know, in honeybees the sex determination is depend upon the number of sets of chromosomes in that individual. Listen carefully. In honeybees, the sex is determined by number of sets of chromosomes in that individual. You know that in haploid individual or in haploid cell, there is a presence of only single set of chromosome, and in diploid there are two sets of chromosome. Let me tell you, here the queen bee and worker bee, these two females are diploid. These are diploid. And the chromosomal number, diploid chromosomal number in female honeybees is 32. That is 16 pairs. It means the queen bee and worker bees are diploid. याचा अर्थ क्वीन बी आणि वर्कर बी मध्ये गुणसूत्रांची संख्या ही 16 जोड्या आहेत, 16 पेयर्स आहेत, 32 क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, and the male individual is haploid. याचा अर्थ in the general body cells of drone there is presence of only single set of chromosome, that is nothing but the 16 chromosome, not 16 pairs, only 16 chromosomes. Now when this queen bee, fertile female, produces female gamete, here the oogenesis, that is formation of female gamete, takes place by means of meiosis. या ठिकाणी oogenesis याचा अर्थ प्रोसेस ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एग, हे मियोसिस या पद्धतीने होतं, यू नो, रिडक्शन डिव्हिजन, आणि त्यामुळे या ठिकाणी female gamete produced are with 16 chromosomes, okay, while the drone, that is fertile male, produces male gamete by mitosis. Listen carefully. By mitosis, that is equational division. It means that during spermatogenesis, during formation of male gamete, here there is no reduction division. There is no reduction division, and that's why the male gamete produced are with 16 chromosomes each. Now, when the sperm, that is the male gamete, unites with female gamete, then the resultant zygote is with 32 chromosomes. 16 pairs, 16 plus 16, 32 chromosomes. And this zygote develops into female individual, that is either queen or worker. Again, I would like to add one more point. From all fertilized eggs, the females are developed. जेवढे fertilized eggs आहेत त्यांच्यापासून females bees develop होतात, पण त्यापैकी ज्या female larvae रॉयल जेली नावाचा एक स्पेशलाइज्ड मटेरियल जो फीड केला गेला तर त्या लार्वी पासून डेव्हलप होतात क्वीन, अँड दोज फिमेल लार्वी which are not fed on that specialized material called royal jelly, they develop into the worker bees. But what is our main point? The queen or worker, that is female bees, develop from fertilized eggs having 32 chromosomes, 16 pairs of chromosomes, while unfertilized eggs, they develop into the male bee, that is drone, with 16 chromosome. With 16 chromosome, it means the unfertilized egg directly develop into the male individual without fertilization, and you know this process is called parthenogenesis. This process is called parthenogenesis, that is development of new individual without fertilization. It means the queen bee lay two different types of eggs, fertilized eggs and unfertilized eggs. Fertilized eggs develop into the female, that is either queen or worker, and unfertilized egg develop into the drone. So this is one of the specialized type of method of sex determination in honeybees. So here ends this topic, sex determination. So let us stop here. Thank you.